What it do, y'all? Rants and recaps, baby. Haha. Good morning, y'all. Miro, we slow here. Like we are slow, though we really, really aren't. And today's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful time to be alive. Um, sure you noticed there's a lot happening. PodRiver.com. Check it out. POD River. You know, catch your podcast in the stream. A lot of great things going on with Boss to Boss, local level, and the Mac and Black show. We're just we're going full out here. We got three different series, three different podcasts going on. Each one of them is growing. If you want to be a part of it, please let us know. But as you noticed, this episode is released at a different time of the week. We're doing a little switcheroo. We're switching our rant and our interview. Instead of being Monday, Wednesday, it's now Wednesday, Monday. Or is it still Monday, Wednesday? Now that's something to think about. So what we're doing is we're starting off the week with a rant. We're doing the rants on Mondays and the interview on Wednesdays. We're trying to change things up a little bit, with our numbers. I wanted to see how this would pan out. Maybe the rant would be a better way to start the week. And it's just something that we're experimenting with. So let us know. Email us, message us. Don't be scared, to contact us. Leave us a review about it, actually, too, on iTunes. We're definitely curious, what you think of the new structure, but we're going to go with it for a little while. And, sometimes you just got to stay nimble. You got to change things around and adjust accordingly. And speaking of adjusting accordingly, with hodgepodge and with life, it's going to throw you curveballs. It's going to throw you curveballs. And with seasons changing, especially if you're in certain parts of the world or the country, like I'm in Chicago, the Midwest, the seasons are changing. It's getting cooler. It's getting a little tougher to work outside. It's getting a little tougher to find jobs. There's more hustle. You're going to start breaking even a little bit more because you take jobs that normally you wouldn't, but now you need hours, and you don't want to lose your good employees, your good people that have, given it their all to you and are part of your team. So it's just it's something I spoke about before, but it's a time of adjustment. It's a time to realize that it's quarter four. It's October, November, December, right? Quarter four. It's like, are you going to hit your numbers for the year? Are you going to plan accordingly for next year to not make the same mistakes as this year? Are you going to finish off the year? Yeah, like I was saying, finish off the year strong. But at the end of the day, is it all about numbers too? Is it? Like, I feel at times I fall victim to the numbers. Like I'm guilty of it myself, because we technically are, a limited liability corporation. We are a corporation. There's, the money that we owe in some places. There's people that pay attention to how our numbers are. So then we start falling into the game of, are we producing? Is this business bringing in enough money? Are we making not just revenue, but are we actually making a profit? After our expenses are out, do we actually bring home anything? Granted, if we're reinvesting everything, which in Hodgepodge we essentially have been, so it's kind of not fair where we're at, because we're only starting up year 3, so it's a little tough to judge. But you can take those things out. Like when you value a business, sometimes you take out certain expenses that aren't always going to be occurring, because sometimes you occur more in the beginning, then it levels out, it plateaus over time. And as sales go up, your expenses kind of stay about the same. And that's how you hope eventually you start cutting a profit. And that frees you up to be able to do new and different things and maybe make new investments again. So, it's a numbers thing, and it's tough, because you want to stick away from the numbers. You don't want to like sit there and pick at every little thing. But at the same time, when you are a business and you are growing, the numbers matter too. So it's like what I've brought up before, talked about. It's a combination. It's being flexible. It's being good to your employees. It's being good, having a good solid vision and a structure in place. At the same time, with the numbers to back it. I think at the end of the day, you're as strong as your employees, as your people, as your crew, and then the numbers will follow. I really do. And during these moments of slower times, of adjusting for year end, of maybe in my industry specifically, maybe you're in sales and retail, and maybe this is like your thick of things, where you're scrambling, you're hustling to bring in as many people as you possibly could. But at the end of the day, you need to keep adjusting, you need to keep growing, and it's as strong as your people are, it's as strong as you're going to be, as strong as the business is going to be. If your crew that's out there day in, day out, that's representing you and your business and your company, you know, isn't doing what you believe in, what you think should be done properly, it's going to reflect on you. It is, because whether it's like a flat approach, a horizontal structure, or a hierarchy, it doesn't matter. If you're the CEO, the chairman, the president, the chief, whatever, it's gonna all come back to you some way, somehow, some shape, some form. You know what I'm talking about, but it's gonna come back to you. So if there's one area to focus on, there's one thing that I strongly believe in, um, aside from obviously growing a business, bringing in sales, it's the people that are there every single day in the trenches fighting the battles for you, and what kind of quality they put in, and how they're trained, and what vision they're aligned with. If their vision aligns with your business. I've recently taken the time. I've met with almost most of the employees. I have a couple more left, but I've been doing scheduling meetings with all of them, just in preparation of the slower season, of things ahead, of the next busy season coming up, and kind of evaluations, just to do it, just because I want people to know that I'm always there and we're listening, and we're going to implement what changes are needed as well. So I've been taking my time to kind of talk to all the employees, having meetings of at least 30 minutes to an hour, and it's been good. I feel like there's more connections now. There's more back and forth. It kind of reiterated that hodgepodge, like this business specifically that I'm talking about, my business, but this could go for any one of you with whatever you do. That we're not here to mess around. We're here to stay. We're here. We're serious, and we take our employees, our contractors, all our people seriously, and we want to make sure everybody's on the same page, and that everybody's voice is heard. Whether we can make the changes or we can't, whether we could at least explain why we can't, and do our best to make things better, especially when you are when you are in control, when you are that's it. You can listen, and you can know your people, feel for them, and know that they're the ones that at the end of the day are going to go out there, and they're battling the battles. They're in the trenches, and it's all going to come back to you. So remember that next time you have a fuss, or you have somebody you don't agree with, or there's an issue, just remember your tone and your vision, and how you're going to approach the situation. Think about the aspect, and just how what it all means, at the end of the day, how it kind of falls back on you. Hope you're crushing it. I know you are. Boss to boss style. Miro Wieslow here. Just keep keeping it real, y'all. We'll be talking again soon. Peace.
That is all for this episode of Boss to Boss. Your next step is to visit bosstoboss.com, where you will find proven techniques followed by professionals to help you make that next step. Again, that is boss2boss.com. And remember, the time is now.